Morning, children. We were discussing about the different uses of microbes, and last class the points that we discussed, can you summarize? Meenakshi, just start the main points that we discussed last class.
Started with lactobacteria. It is used to convert milk into curd.
Okay, enough. Michael, another point. How this lactic acid bacteria is enriching the nutritional value of milk. What do they add?
It increases the vitamin B12.
Okay, good. Then any other use, Rijas, for this lab or lactic acid bacteria? Apart from converting it into curd, milk into curd, enriching its nutritional value. And one more function we learned, one more role.
It helps to check pathogens.
It helps to check the pathogens present in our stomach. And then we learned about the use of, more points are there under its role in preparing household products like cheese preparation and all we discussed. So two cases where they are useful in preparing some industrial products. Sania? Where are you? I can't see you. Suddenly your video went off. Yes. Louder. I didn't ask about the production of cheese. That comes under household products. Apart from that, we discussed about some industrial products. Evelyn?
Coding and bread.
Used in the preparation of bread. Which microbe helps in the preparation of bread?
Baker's yeast.
Baker's yeast, and it carries out fermentation and helps in the production of bread. What else, Evelyn? It is also antibiotics. It helps in the production of antibiotics, and we learned about one antibiotic, the first antibiotic.
Penicillin.
Penicillin. Then, Nandana, what are the other uses?
Is used to make toddy by fermenting sap.
Beverage. You said no? Production of beverages.
I didn't get that.
Which point you said?
Yes, ma'am, the same thing, toddy.
And can you name some beverages, for example, Gayatri?
Beer, wine, whiskey, rum.
What is the difference between whiskey and beer in terms of production?
Whiskey is like distilled one.
Distilled, and when?
Beer is like not distilled.
When beer is produced, there is no distillation because the distillation process will increase the alcohol content. The content of alcohol will be enhanced or increased when distillation is carried out. And that is why the alcoholic content in beer is less than that found in whiskey, brandy, etc. Okay, we'll continue. We completed their use in the production of antibiotics, beverages, etc. And apart from that, we are going to learn some more uses of microbes in the preparation of industrial products. Chemicals, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules can also be synthesized with the help of these microbes. So several chemicals, enzymes, and bioactive molecules which are of great importance can be synthesized with the help of these organisms. First, we will see the production of organic acids. Different organic acids are being produced. So here you can see examples for some organic acids produced by microbes. The name of the microbes are given as well as the organic acids prepared by them. So I'll repeat once again, we were discussing about the uses of microbes in industrial products. Last class we discussed about a few products that can be prepared with the help of these microbes. So apart from that, several chemicals, enzymes, and bioactive molecules can be synthesized using microbes. So first we'll see about the organic acids prepared using microbes. The first one, Aspergillus niger, it's a fungus, and citric acid can be produced from this particular microbe, or with the help of these fungi, we can prepare citric acid. Then Acetobacter aceti, or you can say that it is a bacterium. The category is bacteria. It's a group of bacterium, and it helps in the production of acetic acid. Now moving on to the next one, Clostridium butylicum. So this bacterium helps in the synthesis of butyric acid, and Lactobacillus bacterium helps in producing lactic acid. Already we learned about the same. So we'll repeat it again. The different microbes listed are Aspergillus niger, which will help in the production of the organic acid, that is citric acid, and acetic acid can be produced from Acetobacter aceti, that is a bacterium. So except Aspergillus niger, all the other microbes mentioned here are bacteria. Acetobacter aceti will help in the production of acetic acid. Clostridium butylicum will help in the production of butyric acid, and Lactobacillus produces lactic acid, that we had already learned. So these are some of the organic acids which can be synthesized with the help of microbes. Now moving on to the next point. So before that, you can see the pictures of these microbes. Clostridium butylicum, Aspergillus niger, which is a fungus, then Acetobacter, and finally Lactobacillus. So these are the different microbes in the production of organic acids. Now the second product that can be prepared with the help of microbes, alcohol. Already under the production of beverages we had discussed this. Yeast is used to produce ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is used in the production of ethanol or ethyl alcohol, and just as we had learned from this ethyl alcohol, we can produce different type of beverages both by distillation and without distillation. Then the enzymes produced by them. Lipases, you have heard about lipases. Lipases will help in what? It acts on which nutrient? Lipases or fats. Lipases will help in breaking down lipids. It is used in detergents to remove oily stains from laundry. So this particular enzyme produced by them is used in detergents. That is why when detergents are being used, so if some oily stains are there, when you wash it using a detergent, these stains will disappear. So lipases are present, which will help in breaking down the fat or the oil stains present in your clothes. Then the second enzyme, second group of enzymes, pectinases and proteases. So both of them will help in breaking down substances present in juices, proteases and pectinases. Pectin, it will help in breaking down pectin, and proteases help in breaking down proteins. So this will clarify bottled juices. You have seen when you prepare juices at home, it won't be that clear. There'll be so many particles present, it won't be clear as the bottled juices we buy. So when it is carried out, when the juice production is carried out on an industrial scale, these enzymes are being used so that the juices will be clear in appearance. So all these particles will be broken down. Next one, streptokinase. Streptokinase is produced by or with the help of the bacterium Streptococcus. Streptococcus, what will be its shape, children? We already learned. Yes? Which shape? Round, rod shape, spiral shape or comma shape? Round shaped. Okay, Punya, you said no round shape? Yes. Okay, it can be used as a clot buster to remove clots from the blood vessels of patients who have myocardial infarction. Myocardial infarction is same as heart attack. So when some clots are formed, you know, by the deposition of cholesterol, fat, etc., the blood vessels can be blocked, clots can be formed there. So when there are clots formed in the blood vessel, the blood supply or the blood flow to the heart will be disturbed or it will be blocked. So that when it results in the blockage of this blood flow, sufficient oxygen will not reach heart and it can lead to heart attack. So this particular enzyme produced by Streptococcus is used as a clot buster. This will help in dissolving or breaking down the clot present in the blood vessels and save the patients who are having this heart attack. So you know that heart attack is due to some block or some, whenever the blood supply to the heart is blocked, and that can result in heart attack. So to save such patients, this enzyme is used to dissolve or to break down the clots present in the blood vessels. So once again, I'll repeat. Second one that we discussed was, first we discussed about organic acids produced with the help of these microbes. Then we discussed about alcohol. Yeast is used, Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used in the production of alcohol, and you know that by distillation or without distillation we can produce different types of beverages. Then enzymes, 4 are listed: lipases, pectinases, proteases and streptokinase. All these are produced using microbes, and the functions of these enzymes are, first one, lipases. Lipases will help in breaking down lipids or fats. So that is used in, this particular enzyme is used in detergents so that the oil stains present in your clothes can be easily removed. Then pectinases and proteases. Proteases, I told you, it will help in breaking down proteins, and pectinases, where have you heard about pectin, children? Pectinases, as the name suggests, will help in breaking down pectin. Where can you find this pectin? It's found in the which part of the plant? Anybody? Guess, children. Yes?
Cell wall.
Cell wall, correct. It is a polysaccharide found in the cell walls of plants. So that will help in, because juices are being prepared from, mainly from fruits. So that helps in breaking down this enzyme. These enzymes will help in breaking down all those substances. Pectin is present in the cell wall of plants, and proteases are the proteins present. So both will be broken down so that the juices will appear more clear than that we prepare at home. Then streptokinase, it's of great significance in the medical field. This is produced by the microbes Streptococcus. They will help in breaking down the clots that are formed in the blood vessels of patients suffering from myocardial infarction, so that these clots can be removed. Once the clots are removed, the blood flow will be taking place as usual and they can be saved. Children. Now the fourth bioactive molecule, a fourth important substance produced with the help of microbe is cyclosporin A. This is produced by a fungus, Trichoderma polysporum. Trichoderma polysporum produces cyclosporin A. Now let's see what is its role. This particular substance is used as an immunosuppressive agent in organ transplant patients. Already we had discussed when we learned about organ transplantation in the previous chapter. Those who are receiving organs from others, or those who have had this organ transplantation surgery, that organ that had been transplanted into their body is something foreign to their body. So there is a tendency for the immune system to reject that foreign substance or foreign cells or tissues. So these people, those who have had this organ transplantation, they have to take this immunosuppressant drugs lifelong. We had learned about it. So these immunosuppressant, one such immunosuppressant drug is cyclosporin A. It is produced from Trichoderma polysporum, helps in suppressing the immunity, or it acts as an immunosuppressant suppressive agent in organ transplant patients. Now moving on to the fifth product produced, statins. It is produced by a fungus, Monascus purpureus, a type of fungus, and it is used as blood cholesterol lowering agent. It's a blood cholesterol lowering agent. You know that if the blood cholesterol is rising in your body, already we mentioned about a heart attack. So in heart attack, it is mainly due to the clot formation by the deposition of cholesterol and fat, blocking the blood flow to the heart. So when blood cholesterol level rises up, it can result in some cardiovascular diseases. So when this particular product is used or this substance is used, it can help in, or it helps in reducing the blood cholesterol. It inhibits the enzymes which are responsible for the production of cholesterol. So it acts as a blood cholesterol agent by preventing the action of enzymes that lead to the production of cholesterol. Okay, these are some of the very useful products or substances produced by microorganisms, bacteria and fungi we learned. And here children, you can, instead of, here you can write it as fungus. Okay, write it as fungus. I'll repeat the points once again. All the points, we started with the production of organic acids. Microbes can be used in the production of several chemicals, enzymes and bioactive molecules which are of great significance to human beings. First one, organic acids. Several organic acids can be synthesized with the help of microbes. Citric acid, acetic acid, butyric acid, lactic acid, etc. are some of the organic acids that can be produced with the help of microbes. Aspergillus niger produces citric acid, Acetobacter aceti produces acetic acid, Clostridium butylicum produces butyric acid, and Lactobacillus produces lactic acid. Yes. Yes. Sanya, I can hear you. You may speak.
Ma'am, butyric acid itself. I thought you were asking about butylicum. That's why I said why.
I didn't understand what you said. Wait a minute. Yes, Sanya.
Ma'am, it's butylicum itself. I thought you were asking about butylicum.
Okay. I just confirmed earlier. So we'll have a quick recap of the points that we learned. Starting with the first one, organic acids produced with the help of microbes. Aspergillus niger, Acetobacter aceti, Clostridium butylicum, Lactobacillus. These are some of the microbes used in the production of organic acids. Aspergillus niger produces citric acid, Acetobacter aceti produces acetic acid, Clostridium butylicum produces butyric acid, and Lactobacillus lactic acid. Uses of citric acid, acetic acid and lactic acid you might be knowing. Butyric acid, it is used in certain cheese production. Okay, in the production of cheese, this particular one is used, and this is produced when the butter becomes rancid. When the butter is spoiled, also this particular acid is produced. And let me continue with the next point. Pictures you had already seen. Clostridium butylicum, Aspergillus niger, then finally Lactobacillus, and the previous one was Acetobacter. Then we learned about the production of alcohol with the help of yeast, that you had already learned. Then about the enzymes produce lipases, pectinases, proteases, and streptokinases are a few enzymes produced by microbes. Lipases are used in detergents so that it can remove the oily stains present in clothes. Lipases, as the name suggests, it will help to cut down or break down the lipid content. Pectinases and proteases, they will help in breaking down proteins as well as pectin present in the walls of cell walls of plant matter or plant cells and helps in making the fruit juices clear. Then streptokinase is produced by the bacterium Streptococcus and it helps in breaking down the clot present in the blood vessels of patients who are suffering from myocardial infarction or heart attack. Then we learned about cyclosporin A, which is used as an immunosuppressive agent, and people, those who have had organ transplantation, they need to take these immunosuppressant drugs lifelong. One such immunosuppressive agent or immunosuppressive drug is cyclosporin A, and that is produced from Trichoderma polysporum. Then statins, another very important product produced with the help of a fungus named Monascus purpureus. It will act as a blood cholesterol lowering agent. It will act on the enzymes and inhibit or prevent their action, and these enzymes will fail to convert or fail to produce or synthesize cholesterol, and thereby it will reduce the cholesterol content of our blood. So these were the points that we discussed. Now, before we move on to the next topic, we can have a quick recap from one end. Gayatri, start.
Microbes helps in the production of organic acids like citric acid, acetic acid, then butyric acid, lactic acid.
Butyric acid is produced by which microbe, Sharon?
Colostrum butylicum.
Butylicum, and butyric acid is produced. Okay, then the next product that we learned, Anna, other than the organic acids?
Alcohol.
Is produced with the help of?
Used to produce ethanol. Yeast. With the help of yeast.
Yeast. Scientific name of yeast? You should learn Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Repeat.
Saccharomyces
cerevisiae. Okay. Then we learned about some important substances, some enzymes produced by them. Donna, name anyone and its use?
Lipases. And it is used in detergents to remove oily stains.
Okay. Then Rijas, another point.
Pectinases or proteases. It helps to clarify bottled juices.
Bottled juices, pectinases and proteases. Next one. Who is next? Meenakshi?
Streptokinases.
Streptokinase.
It's used to reduce the blood clotting of the blood vessels to the patients who have myocardial infarction.
Okay, then what else we learned? Malavika? After that we learned about?
Cyclosporin A, they are produced by Trichoderma polysporum and they're used as immunosuppressant drugs.
Who has to take these immunosuppressive agents? Usually those who have taken or those who have had some?
Transplant.
Organ transplantation. What was the next point that we discussed? Lydia? Next point?
Stains.
Statins. It is used for?
Blood cholesterol lowering agents.
How do they reduce the blood cholesterol? How can they reduce the blood cholesterol?
It inhibits the enzymes responsible for.
Okay, it will inhibit the action of the enzyme. It is produced by, Evelyn, which microbe produces it?
Monascus
purpureus, and it is a yeast or it's a fungus. It's an example for a fungus. a type of yeast. Okay. So no doubts, no? Can we proceed to the next one? Our time is still 9:20. 9:20, no? Yes. Microbes in sewage treatment. The role of microbes in treatment of wastewater or sewage treatment. It's very, very important topic. This had been asked as an essay question earlier. A small chapter, but each and every topic is very important. Sewage or the wastewater, municipal wastewater contains large amount of organic matter and microbes. This wastewater will be containing a huge amount of organic matter as well as several microbes. And this sewage is treated in STPs or sewage treatment plants, so that it can be made less poisonous or less toxic, and then it can be released into water bodies. And it includes two stages. So the treatment of sewage includes two stages. Once again, sewage water or the waste water will be containing huge amount of microbes and organic matter before it has to be released, or before this sewage water is released to water bodies, it has to be made less toxic. And it involves two stages, and this is carried out. This process is carried out in sewage treatment plants. And the two stages in the treatment includes primary treatment and secondary treatment. Secondary treatment, you call it as biological treatment, and why it is known as biological treatment you will be learning. So primary treatment and secondary treatment are the two stages involved in the sewage treatment, and it is carried out in sewage treatment plant. Okay? Primary treatment. In primary treatment, it's a physical removal. Physically, the impurities or particles, the particles that can be removed physically will be removed under primary treatment. It includes removal of floating debris by sequential filtration. So filtration is carried out in several stages, and all the floating waste particles which are visible and which can be easily removed, that floating particles or floating debris will be removed by sequentially filtering it. That is the first step included under physical removal or primary treatment. Then removal of grit, that is soil particles, small stone or pebbles, etc. will be removed by sedimentation. And you know that heavier particles will get settled down. If they are allowed to rest for some time, all these heavy particles will get settled. You call it as sedimentation process. So physical removal is included under primary treatment, and here two main methods by means of which the waste are removed. One is removing the floating debris by sequentially filtering it. Second one, removing grit by means of sedimentation. When they are allowed to sediment, all the grit and other pebbles will be, or the soil particles and pebbles will get settled, and it can be easily removed. All solids that settle from the primary sludge. So whatever is getting settled, so floating debris is removed by filtration method, and the other heavier particles will be allowed to settle, and those settled components form primary sludge. And the supernatant means the liquid which is collected above, you call it as primary effluent. Hope you understood. First step is primary treatment. In primary treatment, physically particles are removed, and there are two ways of removing it: by sequentially filtering, removing the floating debris, the floating particles. So several particles will be floating in water, in the sewage water. That is removed by filtering it in different stages. Then the second method is to allow them to get settled. So the heavier particles like soil particles, pebbles, etc. will get settled down. And once they are settled down, you can easily remove them. So they'll be separated from the liquid that is getting collected on the top and these components that get settled at the bottom. And those solids which get settled, you call it as primary sludge. And the supernatant, the fluid or the liquid which is collected above this sediments, you call it as primary effluent. And this primary sludge will be removed off and primary effluent will be further treated. Okay, children? Is it clear? Okay, so summarize. Michael, I have told you don't turn off the camera in between. Yes, Michael, tell me. What did we learn just now? What was the topic? Treatment of
sewage treatment.
Okay, but to be specific, we learned about
The primary treatment.
Primary treatment. And in sewage treatment, 2 steps are involved. Which are the 2 steps?
Primary, secondary.
Secondary. And under primary treatment,
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about primary treatment.
It is the physical removal of particles.
What happened to your video? It is turned off.
Dead slow, ma'am.
I can
When
see.
turned on, it's left thing.
Okay. So it is a physical removal of the
Particle.
Okay. Then it includes 2 methods. Which are they, Mehek? How can you remove this? How can you physically remove them? 2 ways are mentioned.
Floating debris
Removed
by sequential filtration.
sequential filtration. What is the second one?
Removal of
Don't check.
soil or small pebbles by sedimentation.
These particles will be allowed to get settled. And what do you call the process? Allowing the particles to settle. Heavier particles like soil, pebbles, when they settle, sedimentation. We call it as sedimentation. Then what else we learned, Malavika?
The solid that settles is known as primary sludge.
All the solids that get settled, you call it as primary sludge, and the supernatant, the liquid getting collected above, you call it as, Naureen?
Primary effluent.
Primary effluent, and primary effluent will be further treated. Okay, so we'll wind up. And next period, some of you have already messaged me about the seminar, so be prepared next period, and within 1 or 2 periods we can complete this chapter. So I think we have time. Next period, come prepared. Okay, so thank you, children. See you next time.